Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Sales Unscripted podcast. I am one of your hosts, Margaret Henney.
Host number 2, Brian Neal here.
And by the way, it is Brian's birthday week.
It is birthday week. I love my birthday. You don't like yours.
I don't like my birthday, but I'm so glad that you love yours, and I love celebrating it with you.
I love my birthday. I love this birthday week. It's a lot of fun stuff. Yeah. We didn't get to capture what just happened, though, which is very funny, I think. Funny if you are us. So we have a little Zoom recorder. Zoom is not the Zoom everyone talks on, but a little digital recorder. And sometimes a little SD card gets a little switch flipped on. It doesn't work. Yeah. So we got to get it open. I don't have my fingernails. I don't have those. So I can't get it open. So Margaret goes, I got a hairpin. She's looking in her purse for a hairpin. I'm like, I've got one in my hair. Comes out. Couldn't get it to work. So she's like, biting it off. And I'm like, give it back to me. She gives it back to me full of spit.
It was not full of spit. It was not full of spit.
It was really, really good. But it worked, didn't it?
I did. And I feel like someone who
so do you know? So here's a movie.
Like a detective who picks a lock and is like
timely.
Yeah, tell me.
Do you have any go-to Christmas movies that you watch every year, especially if it's with like your brother and your parents?
Yeah, totally. We have a couple, but we always.
Do you watch Bad Santa together?
No,
please tell me you
don't.
No. You ever watch Bad Santa with your parents?
No. Is it really nasty?
You've never watched Bad Santa?
No.
Oh my God. Watch Bad Santa.
Okay.
It is.
It lives up to the name?
Awful.
Okay.
It's awful. It's good awful.
Okay, so I won't watch it with my parents.
I can't believe you've never seen Bad Santa.
No,
See, I want to quote it, but I can't quote it on the air.
It's that bad.
Raunchy.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, we watch classic ones. So we watch White Christmas.
Okay, that's really classic.
I know, and we watch It's a Wonderful Life, which is my dad's favorite movie of all time.
It's a great movie.
So
Isn't it a great movie?
Really feel good classics. Yeah.
So
what about you?
We watch
Die Hard?
No, I've never seen Die Hard.
I've also never seen Die Hard.
I don't like movies like that.
Okay.
And it's a little stereotypical. It's they say that I don't like I don't like action, shooting, killing. It's not my jam.
Okay. Well, that
I like
makes
rom-coms.
sense.
I'm a rom-com dude.
Oh, that's
Love
cute.
a good rom-com. So we watch The Polar Express every year. Tom Hanks, kind of funky animation.
Totally.
Based in Grand Rapids, Michigan. His favorite book growing up, so he did a movie.
It's such a good book, too.
Have you seen the movie, though?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know when they're sliding on the ice in the train and the assistant conductor, the guy with the red hair, pulls out his pin and puts it in the steering thing so they can stop the train? That's what that reminded me of. I was waiting for all your hair to flop down.
Good reference.
Didn't work. It's fun, isn't it?
That's funny. I was just talking about that movie with my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And I told her about how I was watching it with my niece and nephew. And that new technology was just coming out or whatever at the time. It's like that kind of weird animation.
Yes.
And my niece was probably 4 at the time, and she was like, "What's wrong with their faces?"
Exactly.
And
she's used to AI.
I was
like, really real.
It's so
really
you can tell it's weird. I was like, I don't know,
weird.
hun. Just
it's
watch
a
the
little
movie.
Different.
It's
just
cute
get
message.
lost in the movie.
Yeah,
it's a really great movie. So thank you. Great birthday week. 2 weeks till Christmas break. You get your first Merry Christmas.
First married Christmas. I know. We're so excited. We got the tree up.
Your first Merry Christmas tree is really sweet. It really is.
It is. It feels so special.
It's
We're
so sweet. Hang
doing
on
all
to
the
that.
things
Yes.
And
sit and stare at it. Just get a bottle of wine and sit there and just stare at it one night. It's just the best.
We do I Spy with the Christmas tree. Do you guys ever ornaments? Because we hang old timey ornaments that mean something. So then we play. Well, that's what I used to do with my mom, and now I force my husband to do it.
I'm sure he really enjoys that.
Let's play I Spy.
I'm gonna hear Derek's side of that. So my wife does a stupid fucking thing. We sit there and guess the things. I guess she did it with her mom. So, but that's what you do. That's what we do. We're blended.
Sweet.
Now it's one big family.
Yeah,
well, that's awesome. And happy birthday to me.
Yeah, happy birthday.
What's our topic today?
We are talking about mindset.
Oh, this is good.
Because we were saying it's timely. It's something that I was talking about before, and it's timely with it being the end of the year, resetting, getting focused before the holidays, and then, leading in afterwards as people are, you're talking about goals and what you want to accomplish, looking back, all that sort of thing. And I don't know, I just think mindset is an interesting thing because it really it impacts everything that we do all day.
Yes.
Right?
Everything. Literally everything.
Yeah. So
everything. And I think it's a good time of year to take a little inventory of this deal and get ready to get going next year.
Yeah.
So you look backwards and go, okay, what did the year do to me? What did the year do to your psyche, your soul, your thinking? Did it Did it damage it? Did it enhance it? Did it change it? I think people don't tend to look at what their circumstances do to their mindset and their head, heart, soul. And then once you take that inventory, then look forward and to say, what are some things that I'd want to modify for next year, mindset wise. Yeah. Do you have anything that comes to your mind for you, that way?
Yes, I do. Well, this is a little bit more, kind of tactical.
That's okay.
Thing that I always do. So
We're
if
tactical
I am
around here.
I know, I like that.
We are very much so.
I have a get my mind right kind of thing that I use before I either get on a big sales call, before I give a big presentation, whatever that is. Yeah. It's really, really important for me to do almost like an athlete kind of sets themselves up before a game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I usually listen to some kind of pump up music that
do
will
you really?
Totally.
Before a sales call?
Yes.
What's on the playlist?
Well, it's usually some sort of Beyonce, if I'm being honest.
That's good. Sasha Fierce Beyonce?
Absolutely.
Or just old? Okay, good.
Yeah, Sasha Fierce Beyonce. It's either that or actually, do you remember Rage Against the Machine?
Of course.
Okay.
Who doesn't remember Rage Against the Machine?
For some reason, that was big when I was in middle school, high school, or something.
That's total wheelhouse.
And so that will be one of the things that I would listen to if I really am gotta get my energy up, sort of thing. So it's kind of your walkout song. What is your sales walkout song?
There we go. Now we're talking.
Okay, now the ideas are flowing, guys. So get your walkout song, because I think people always talk about that with baseball, right? What would your walkout song be? It's
what is if you picked one song? This is good. We're gonna.
Mine would be Rage Against Machine, Bulls on Parade.
Bulls on Parade. Very good. Very impressive.
Which does not maybe seem on brand for me.
No, it doesn't at all. No, but I get what it is. So real quick, to answer my own question, I'm going to go, this might surprise you a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go DJ Cool, Let Me Clear My Throat.
Oh, that's good. That is always on your playlist.
Always on my playlist. It's just, it gives me such good energy. And
that's
just
good.
Everything. The other thing I love about that is that's a live recording. So it's a live, and you can sort of tell the audience is bought into the song. Totally. It brings everyone to the same level of energy. That's why I like that
song. Is a great point. So you are really feeling it, feeling like you're in it.
And everyone's in it with us.
Yeah.
That's a fun little sidebar we didn't plan on.
I know, we did not plan on it, but we
should make, we had an unscripted podcast.
We still have a playlist.
We do.
We can keep adding to it.
We should do that. So and then re-release it or something.
I'll put Bulls on Parade on there.
Do you do Spotify?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Did you get your Wrapped?
I totally did.
Oh, we should compare Wrapped.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Okay. Sorry. Excuse us. We're having a conversation.
I love it.
Okay, mindset. So here's something for me looking backwards and then again forward. I think people have lost sight. This is a very blind zebra thing.
No, I love it. Do it.
The first concept of thinking and philosophical foundation that you learn at us is the theory of the abundance of the marketplace, which isn't something that I created. It's just something we tap into. A lot of people talk about it. I think we've lost a little sight of that. I think people have let the economy and maybe slower growth or layoffs affect their psyche around the abundance of the marketplace. I think we've leveled to a little some scarcity thinking.
Totally.
That is not true. It's relative to what was happening before.
Yes.
There's still a lot.
You talked about that before. It's kind of like a level set, because before it was kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, right?
Totally. Yes. Yeah. Easy. And now it's getting a little tougher, but it's just relative. So things can be hard or difficult or whatever, like we jokingly, or we talk about with, so Co-Video sells into the automotive space, right?
Yeah.
How many automotive salespeople are there in the country?
Oh my God. I wouldn't even be able to guess.
There's 22,000 rooftops.
So there's hundreds of thousands of
So if there's 5 there,
people.
there's at least 100,000. There's probably 10.
Totally.
And they constantly come in and out of the industry, right? So you get 200,000 people, and how many do y'all work with?
Oh my gosh. I mean, dealer rooftops are 2,000.
Yeah, right.
So
you have about, 10% of the market, maybe.
I mean, there's so much
room to grow.
Yep.
And they keep changing too. So I think it's real important that everyone examine their relationship to abundance and scarcity and where they are in the spectrum. I think a lot of people have moved a little toward the scarcity side.
Yep.
I think it's a really good time to reinvestigate. And you do that by kind of questions I just asked you.
Yeah.
So a blind zebra, we would say, how many salespeople are there in the United States alone? There's 22 million. Okay, we work with 750. Not 1,000, 750. We got some room to run here, kids.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
I like that. Okay, good. And there's
Everybody
a very technical way of doing that. Then I like that you guys actually put numbers to it, because it's like, hey, let's switch from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. And you're like, okay, cool. No. Like, I would love to just turn that dial, but that's great. I'm going to build on that, because I have another thing. I was talking to Kevin Bailey here in town. By the way, if you don't know him, he's with Dream Fuel.
And remind people where here in town is, since you're a small town person. So we just had this whole conversation.
Well, I talked to Mom. You always tease me because I say Mom instead of my mom. Correct. That's another small town thing to do.
Yeah, a lot of people
I'm sorry, we're in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yes, and town is something when you grew up in a small town, Indiana, most people live out in the outskirts of town. Yes. So you go announce to your family on Saturday afternoon, I'm going into town. Does anybody need anything?
What do you need?
What you say.
Exactly. Because I'm not going in twice.
I'm going into town. So that's what you say.
Exactly. Right? Another trip to town will not be happening. So get your requests in. Exactly. Thank you. So I was having a conversation with Kevin, and he reminded me of something. And this is something that I practice from time to time, but I'm not as consistent with it as I wish I was. For abundance mindset is a gratitude practice.
Oh, it's good.
And gratitude practice is such a great thing to do, whether it's end of your day or beginning, saying the things that you're grateful for. Now, you can list a whole bunch. You can list one and go really in depth what that is, but a great way to change that mindset. And what I find that is really cool is when I'm doing a gratitude practice, I'm trying to list new things every day. Usually I'm challenging myself or like a variation on it. So that means I look for it throughout the day. Right? So since I'm wanting to write that down, I'm like, I know I'm going to have my little list at the end of the day. I'm more aware and cognizant throughout. I'll be like, ooh, that was like a great thing that happened, or an interaction or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to write that down. And so I'm scanning for those things to be grateful for, which makes me more grateful all the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because you find what you're looking for, don't you?
Totally.
You'll find if it's bad or negative or there's lack, you'll find that. And if you look for abundance and possibility, you'll find that too, won't you?
Yep.
You find I love that. Exactly. I heard, you know who Mel Robbins is?
I don't think so.
You know Mel Robbins? I thought you'd know Mel Robbins. I don't know why. She's awesome. So she's a like a self-helpy author, keynote speaker person, awesome person. You should follow Mel Robbins.
Okay, I will.
Would love her.
Okay.
A no BS kind of woman, badass person, and very just real. And I saw her talking about gratitude, and she goes edgy on topics. She goes, we're all doing gratitude practices, journals, and we're all doing them wrong. But here's what we're doing wrong. But you actually said it the way closer than what most people do.
Okay.
Instead of having gratitude for Margaret, I say, I love having Margaret in my life. She's awesome, which is true. Instead, that's great. What's better is I am so gracious that Margaret is in my life, because when she sat down with us at the table earlier in our meeting, she dropped an idea that we didn't see coming and had the guts to speak up in someone else's meeting. Aww. And I'm really thankful she did that. See the difference?
Yeah.
Mel's like, you got to take it to the depth of the detail versus going, I'm so thankful for my family.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I've got teenage kids and they still want to talk to me and they call me when they're laying in bed just to say hi. See the difference?
That makes me want
to cry.
It's
different that you can cry. It's okay. Wait till you have them yourself. You'll cry. I'm telling you.
God,
if they still talk to you, most don't.
Yeah.
So right. So I thought that's a good layer on top of, and you did that a little bit when you were saying how you
the
specificity
is
of what it is
really, really important, and that helps you dig into the why behind it as well. And by the way, like, I have to just say, because sometimes you and I can both be woo, which I love about
100%.
us. Not everybody believes in that, and that's okay. But I want you to know that without a doubt, like, some of the most elite performers, so like professional athletes, Fortune 500 CEOs, like Navy SEALs, like they do these things.
They do.
They have a gratitude practice.
They do.
They do visualization.
Yep.
They like all of those sorts of things that feel like sometimes sound touchy-feely to people. Like the baddest ass people you can imagine are doing them. So
everybody.
You're not tough enough.
And even the people that think they're not are.
Yeah.
They just don't call it
They don't
something.
call it that.
No, they do. They'll read something, or they'll go to a mentor, or they'll have a conversation, or they'll get an idea. And they may say, I'm not into that woo,
Yeah.
I had a guy in a session, this is forever ago. Yeah. You know, when you're young and dumb, you don't know any better, so you're trying to impress people all for the wrong reasons. So this guy's a CEO, and I was teaching a thing about buying. I was saying people don't buy with their left brain, they buy with their right brain. Okay. They buy with their feelings and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Called on him and I said, what do you think about that? He goes, I don't feel. I think. I don't feel. I think.
That is the most CEO shit I've ever heard in my life.
And so then I was too young to do this and didn't have enough guts to do it.
Yeah.
What I should have said was, fuck you.
Yes,
he would have gone, fuck you. Fuck me, fuck you. You know, it's okay. Like,
you're feeling now, aren't you?
Whoops, oh, that appears. Anyone wanted to label this?
What kind of feeling do you think Mr. CEO is having right now?
Is he thinking or feeling? I think he's thinking. Let's put anger. Oh, is Mr. Angry here? Hi, Mr. Angry. We're not feeling. We're thinking angry. Or are we feeling angry? We can't tell.
Feeling our feelings in our body right now,
Mr.
Funny? CEO.
It's so true, isn't it?
So true.
And I'm like, come on, bro.
Don't be such a douche.
That. I was too young, but so I sort of let him. I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, let him be. I'm like, well, good for you. And he never became a client. Go figure.
Surprise.
No idea what happened. Yeah. My point is, he does feel guaranteed in some reason, right? He gets pissed. He gets angry. He gets whatever he gets. Or he gets nervous or frustrated or irritated.
We all do. We're people.
Everybody does. It's part of the human experience, right? So, let's see what else. Thinking back and thinking forward,
mindset
abundant
stuff.
Is a thing I'm going to really coach hard with my clients and even us to like really grasp a hold of that. Here's one that kind of straddles the line between woo and tactics.
Okay.
What do you think about the idea of discipline? Just in general in your life. Okay, so you think of things to be disciplined to. You discipline to your health, to your career, to your relationships.
Yep.
You're disciplined to calling your friends. You're disciplined to organizing your house and stuff like that. What is that? Is that a thing, a feeling? Is that a doing? Is there a feeling before? Like I had someone say, this was interesting. I had a guy say, discipline is I'm paraphrasing this to make it sound more flowery than he said it.
Okay.
Discipline is the path to freedom. Discipline is the path to true freedom. If I have discipline, I don't have to think about anything. I'm 100%. Very clean. If I don't have discipline, I'm constantly catching up. What should I do now? What did I do? You see what I mean?
Yes, totally.
And then you say, why don't we have? But it doesn't feel that way, doesn't it? Discipline can feel restrictive.
Totally.
It can feel stifling. It can feel like heavy, like a burden.
But the lack of discipline is also chaos.
Oh my God! And you talk about a heavy burden, right?
Think about even like in the most practical terms, if you don't have discipline for, let's say, keeping your home clean or tidy or whatever, it will fall into disarray. Right. Yeah. And that might feel like freedom to not do that thing, but then you are absolutely chained to that, which creates for me more chaos everywhere in my life. It's more chaos in my mind, more anxiety, more uncertainty.
Yes.
So I love when I am disciplined. Without a doubt, I am feeling my best.
Yes.
And I also find that I'm more productive when my schedule is full. So you know how sometimes you think, I don't have anything going on this week. I can get a lot done. False. That is when I sit on the couch and melt into Netflix. But if I have a ton going on, I am thoughtful about scheduling and, sticking to things and getting them done. And I'm way, way, way more productive.
Way.
So.
It's I had a meeting Friday, and the meeting was at 3. The meeting was at 3, whatever it was. And I got there like 3:03.
Okay.
And I knew I was meetings, very punctual dude. I was going to email him that you're driving. You don't want to do that. And I have a stick shift, so it's like double whammy. Like to drive, stick shift, and text and drive.
Can't do it.
Really bad idea.
Nope.
So I was a little bit late. I'm like, hey, I was going to hit you up. But he's like, no problem. He goes, I know you're very tight with your schedule. He said it in a very complimentary way. I'm like, I really am. Like, somebody do this, somebody do that.
And then we go.
It creates a lot of freedom. It really does.
Totally.
You don't have to think about it. So I say it's got to be in my calendar. It doesn't happen. Awesome.
I like it. And that does free you up for other things. It's sort of like when we talk about, the people who wear the same thing every day. Like you actually wear the same 100%. Thing every day.
You should see, my closet is full of shit I never wear anymore.
Yeah.
And
really, you don't have to think about that thing. You're not like, what am I going to wear today? What am I going to eat for breakfast today?
This is funny.
Huh?
When we run, first of all, you're newly married.
I am.
So you're starting to figure out, you lived together for a while, but
we did.
You're figuring out the chore responsibility things.
Totally.
So I don't know if I do nothing.
You do nothing?
Nothing.
Stop.
I wash my referee uniform. That's one of the things I do. I take the trash out. And I do all electronic stuff. So anything with TVs, Wi-Fi, that's my job.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I do. And I run errands. I love running errands.
Do you?
So there's stuff to go get the store, go here, go there. I love running errands.
That's
which
actually
most
a
people
decent
hate.
amount.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't do any laundry. So Steph does all the laundry in our house.
Okay.
She's very neat and tidy with the laundry. It's really great.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, when I get, and she runs our company, so I can't like bitch about it ever, which I don't.
Right.
But it starts to run low on the shirts, on the Blaine zebra shirts.
Oh,
I start to stress.
Panic.
I'm like, what do I have today? Can I go without a BZ shirt? Nope. I've got that thing. I got to record that video.
Yeah.
Okay, this color doesn't go. Now I need a jacket. Now I'm stressed.
Yeah.
Versus if they're all gray. And it's always the same.
Yep.
It's always the same.
And it opens up your mind and your thought space for other things that matter more, right? That actually require thought and energy. And that doesn't have to, which is really cool.
No, it's really, really great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
other mindset things? Is there anything else we can add? Those are pretty good.
Those are really good. I was going to recap. So we go examine your abundance scarcity place right now.
Yep.
That's a thing to do.
Yep.
Do your gratitude practice.
Make it specific.
Specificity is a good thing.
Yep.
Discipline.
Systems.
Examine discipline processes, things like that, and what does that mean for you, and how does that feel? And can you employ more discipline into your sales life, into your life in general?
Shoot, I feel like if you get those three done,
that's a good year.
Like checked
that's
off.
A 2024.
Like, you're setting yourself up for a really good spot. So
isn't that awesome?
I love it. Yep.
And then you'll feel much better, more whole, more free, and you'll be willing. You'll be able better to handle slower economy, tougher sales, because you're doing those things better than you've ever done.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I think this is going to come out before the end of the year. So
I think it is.
Good luck to everybody wrapping up the end of the year.
Oh,
Just,
yes.
Always want to send out good vibes for wrapping up strong. And I'm a big believer in getting as much stuff off your plate as possible so that when you are in the holidays, you are in it. You are not thinking about things at work. You are with your people and present and enjoying the things that really matter in life.
Be done. That's awesome. Okay, one more for the year.
Okay.
We'll be back. See you.
Bye.
Bye.